in the battle for Bristol, Virginia. And, I mean, just some early takeaways from this game, some initial thoughts, Travis. What's going through your head right now after this 20-13 win over the Trojans?
Wow. I wish this Virginia High offense, like I said just a few minutes ago, they shown the ability. They got big play ability. It seems like, if they get rolling, it's almost as if that the first couple of plays of a drive, if they start out good, the drive's going to end good. They're going to be able to keep it going. If they start out behind the sticks, they just can't seem to recover. Lathrop's shown some, through the ball. We knew last week he was going to be able to start hitting some of those longer passes. He was able to tonight. He made connections several times there. Rose still running the ball hard. He had some good long runs tonight. Really got our offense going, gave us a jump start when we needed it. And let's talk about the Virginia High defense, though, man. The defense, 2 weeks in a row, they played really, they basically played lights out.
In the fourth quarter especially, they saved the ball game in the last two contests. We'll go to a quick commercial break. We've got Ryan Bradley out searching around for Coach Chryst. We'll see if we can find Coach Chryst, get a little short interview with him, some takeaways from the game or something. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back with more from the Sesco Group Insurance post-game show.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Virginia High Football on Bearcat Radio on Spreaker.com. Hey, yeah, there he is.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio. As we get on with the post-game report, we see Ryan Bradley's about 4 yards, maybe about 3 feet away from Coach Chryst, so we'll go down there here in just a second. But a 20-13 victory for the Bearcats. We'll try to get some of Coach Chryst's takeaways. I mean, we got a sideline reporter. Why not use him all the way through the final whistle, right? And we'll get that in just a second. But, again, a nice victory for the Bearcats tonight. We're still looking for depth, but, I mean, you'll take the wins while we're searching.
Yeah, we'll take the wins. Yeah, like you said, there's no when you're stuck in these close dogfights late, there's no opportunity to get some of the younger guys in to see what you've got. We haven't been able to do it through the first 2 weeks. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be hard to maybe find it next week as we're over at the Stone Castle. But, some guys may step up and practice, and I think we're ready down on the field now.
We are. We're going to go down to Ryan Bradley with Coach Chryst. Take it away, Ryan.
All right, heck of a game, dogfight all night, but you finally found a rhythm to get into and got in a groove to get the win tonight.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was. I think we were, kind of our MO. We pressed a little bit early, and then we had to make some adjustments defensively in the second quarter, and we made some adjustments offensively at halftime that helped our run game, and I think that was probably the difference, really.
Yeah, Aaron Rose, he was a workhorse tonight, wasn't he?
He was. Aaron's so strong in the weight room, and then, I think as people get tired, he sort of picks it up another notch, and he's a load to bring down. He's so strong.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Chryst can get his voice back before the Cats take on Tennessee High. Thank you, Ryan, for that interview with Coach Mike Chryst, whose Cats are now 2-0 on the season as we continue our Sesco Group Insurance post-game show. You heard it there from the head man, Aaron Rose, the workhorse tonight for the Bearcats. I don't think any truer words have been said, as he will be named our Eastman Credit Union Player of the Game. He scored 2 touchdowns. We're still waiting on the final stat line, but he is tonight's difference maker, and it'll be Aaron Rose, 2 touchdowns. Experience a credit union difference by opening an account today at ecu.org. Now we'll go to Travis here for the Food City Play of the Game. Now that's going to be a tough one to have to sort of sort through, but I mean, if you could go back through any of the plays, what play sets it apart for you?
Well, Aaron Rose had that. I'm going to give it to him. He had that 57-yard carry with 9 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. A big carry there to put the Cats on top, take the win.
Yeah, went from being a 1-point lead to at least a 7-point lead.
We get out here and survive. Hey, the players are out on the field, the pride of the state line out there trying to do a bit of a post-game performance for us, but the players have yet to leave the field. Still got battle out here in Virginia High.
We
got the
these two teams, we call it a rivalry game, but these two teams are pretty much friendly with each other most of the year. And, we are with the radio crew, John Battle Radio Network. We help set those guys up, and Tim Burnett and them do a great job. And we just love – I think it's just awesome to have coverage for as many teams as possible in Southwest Virginia.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, Aaron Rose, the 57-yard carry there in the fourth quarter.
So
that's going to be our Food City play of the game. Value every day, Food City.
So, Aaron Rose with the clean sweep tonight, player of the game for the second straight week, and also ends up as the play of the game.
Well, just like Coach Chris said, he's the workhorse. When they needed some yardage late, they went to him. He took care of business. And Bearcats get the win. We move to 2-0. Let's check some scores around Southwest Virginia. We're going to update some of these for you. Union now has a lead on Richlands, 35-21. Graham, the G-men, now pulling away from Tazewell a little bit, 34-19. Lehigh Generals, 42-8 over the Lebanon Pioneers. We've got a final. Marion and Northwood Scarlet Hurricane win that game 57-12. Abingdon now starting to stretch it out against the Gate City Blue Devils. Score there 45-13. We touched on that game early. Gate City, we thought we were going to pull a bit of a surprise and an upset. They were leading that game at the end of the first quarter, but Abingdon now firmly in control. Chilhowie up 42-14 as Burton's getting ready to, looks like, to punch in another score, maybe cut that to 42-21. Boone, they missed an extra point. They now trail Tennessee High late in the fourth quarter. It's Tennessee High 21, Boone 20, a dogfight over at Stone Castle.
Pack up and head over there and get you into that one.
We've never got an update on that Patrick Henry Rye Cove game, so we're not able to provide you any score on that. Shelby Valley at Ridgeview, that game just now, they've been in a lightning delay. They're just now resumed play in the fourth quarter. Shelby Valley has scored again. They've got the lead in that game 14-0.
So we can get over to Rose Ridge in time
we can.
to catch that ball
We'll
game.
be able to get there by halftime.
So an interesting thing there, a little lightning putting that game behind. Of course, we did have storms throughout, wet. Field it was all clear tonight for the game, thankfully, and the broadcast, everything went well. The sideline report, I was proud of the way.
Yeah, it looked good. That was our first night trying that out, and I think it worked good. It'll develop a little bit better as we go along. But tonight, yeah, excellent job. We appreciate him coming on. And again, I want to thank our stat man next door, Kevin Corbett. He's done a great job. He's still crunching the numbers from the ball game. From not having a whole lot to keep up with in the first half, stats really got out of control there in the second half. A lot of yards backed up.
We're still waiting on that. Let's take one more commercial break. Buy Kevin a little bit more time. We'll get the stats. We'll start talking a little bit about that Virginia High, Tennessee High game coming up next week, and then we'll try to finish off the broadcast. But stay tuned. We're going to take one more break. When we get back, we'll have the official stats for tonight's game, and then we'll sort of preview that Tennessee High matchup.
Bearcat Radio is brought to you by State Line Motors. Visit State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you to keep bacteria in food from making you ill with 4 simple steps.
This will be a walk in the park.
Clean. Wash hands and surfaces often.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Keep raw meats away from ready-to-eat foods.
Yep.
Cook. Make sure meat, poultry, and seafood is cooked to the right temperature.
Fire in the hole!
And chill. Refrigerate food promptly.
Bingo!
Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Thanks for listening to tonight's game on Bearcat Radio. Remember that after the final whistle, all games are available for replay at Spreaker.com/Bearcat Radio.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The Forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You're bringing your daughter to her favorite pop star's concert. Do you A, wear earplugs?
Isn't this fun, Dad?
I have a soft pretzel.
B, remember the moment with matching concert t-shirts?
That's going to be $180.
Or we can just take a photo.
C, show her how you used to do concerts.
We're going crowd surfing.
I can't. It's too heavy. Oh, my God. Ah.
Or D, just roll with it.
OMG! He just looked. I love you, Justin! I love you!
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org/VA. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. We still have a performance here by the Pride of the State Line Marching Band, and still the players, John Battle and Virginia High, out on the field talking to both their classmates, parents, coaches, everybody really still out kind of hovering around on the field. It was such a good game, they don't want to leave.
I got another score update here. This isn't one that we had on our list that we've been following tonight, but I got to get this to you just because of how interesting it is. George Wythe at Fort Chiswell. Or actually, I'm sorry, that game's at George Wythe. George Wythe won that game 6-2.
Baseball score.
That's a baseball score there.
So quite a finish there, and Fort Chiswell was favored to win that game in the BHC Pick'em. So right now Union has called timeout, and they're going for it on 4th down and 5 in that contest on Blue Tornado Live. The extra point was good, so Richlands had tied the game at 35-35 with 5:17 to go, so that game going into crunch time. We kind of got a little scoreboard report going on right here. But, I mean, you know, that's really the game, and it's lived up to the hype. Usually that game's like 17-14 final. And, you know, all the guys on that. Speaking of which, we didn't get a read in for that Coalfield Sports. Let's get that for those guys. If you can't get enough of Southwest Virginia football, did you know that there's a site dedicated to all 46 Southwest Virginia teams? Visit CoalfieldSports.com. Plus, Bearcat fans can enjoy previews and recaps each week. So an interesting website. But the guys in the forum, I saw an argument on there. They were talking about how this game's always low scoring, so it was going to be low scoring this year. And somebody put, well, just because it's always low scoring doesn't mean it's not going to be. So evidently that one man who was making a stand ended up being slightly correct.
He turned out all right. Another update from over at the Stone Castle. This game back and forth. Boone now back in the lead, 26-21. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the ball game.
So that's a tight one there with the Vikings. Are they going to be 3-0 when we go to the Castle next week, or will they be 2-1? That'll be decided in the final 3 or so minutes, about 3 miles from here over in the Castle. So the band is still performing on the field at Gene Malcolm. We're still getting the totals. Oh, Kevin, he's dialing them up for us over there.
Looks like he's about ready to bring them.
We took his whiteboard away, and we made him go on paper and pencil today, so it slowed him down a bit, I guess. But, yeah, a tight ball game. I'm sure we can get an update here for you for the Richlands Union. I know Union was having internet difficulties for their broadcast.
Graham's now extended their lead over Tazewell. They're up 41-19 in that game.
All right. We just got the final tally here. It's almost like election night in America, right? Bringing in the final results. So the second half.
And I know Kevin will want to hear this update, so we'll hit it one more time. 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Boone 26, Tennessee High 21.
So the rivals from the Tennessee side trailing. Second half stats for Virginia High. I can't get a good view on that one. What is that, rushing?
Yeah, Virginia High with 403 yards rushing on the night.
No, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, goodness.
Well,
my bad. I don't know what I was looking at. All right, so Virginia High total, they had 172 yards rushing in the second half for a total of 281
yards.
That's
yards.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought that was a number.
Passing, they were 9 of 16, 49 yards. So not a bad night all in all for Lathrop throwing the ball.
There we go. Attempts. We had 29 carries for 123
Yeah,
yards.
there we go.
Half.
Yeah.
We
Rose with 149 yards on the ground, so a good night carrying. Of course, he won our player of the game as well as our Food City play of the game.
As for John Battle, they ran 40 times for 135 yards, passed 4 for 6 in the second half for